In the UK, the equivalent of 12 million loaves of bread are produced and sold every day. And 80% of these are manufactured in large mechanised bakeries, which process thousands of loaves an hour. Now, if anyone here has ever made bread at home, then you'll know if you add too much water, you get a sticky mess. Now, if you imagine that on a large scale, and this is the problem that these bakeries have. So there is a need to be able to predict whether a dough is going to be difficult to process. And at the moment, this is generally done by a baker assessing the feel of the dough. So they'll manually handle the dough and assess whether it's soft, whether it's sticky, whether it's going to be difficult to process. So there is a desire to move away from this type of assessment and to more instrumental techniques. And this is where my research comes in. So I've been working on developing a test method that will allow bakers to know when the dough is going to be difficult to process. So in my work, I've been developing a compression test method. And in this, then, a approximately spherical dough piece is compressed between two platens, and image analysis is used on the type of images you can see here to find out what the contact area is of that dough piece on the platens. And from this, you can calculate what the energy for the compression, the energy per unit area for the compression will be. And the work that I've been doing, then I've been showing that this method of measurement has been correlating well with what a baker assesses when they manually feel the dough. So these correlate well with the softness and stickiness assessments. And then they've also been compared with a model system where you pass the dough through rollers similar to the setup you would have in a real bakery. And this is the area in processing which causes the most problems, as the dough can build up on these rollers and clog up the system, which leads to process stoppages. And this is of great economic concern. So these good correlations I've been seeing suggest that there may be a cutoff value in this energy per unit area that would allow us to know when the dough will not be possible to process. Now, with further work in a real bakery system, it may be possible to find out what this value is. And this would then allow bakeries to know when they won't be able to process a dough, and this will save them a lot of time and money. Thank you for listening.